In the earlier video, we have shown you how to build a NAS using Raspberry Pi. Now, if you are thinking about syncing between folders from one device to the other, then this is the video you are looking for. In this video, we are going to sync one folder from Windows and NAS drive. Now, there are a couple of options available for this job. We will use SYNCTHING for this job, which is an open source project, and this is the main reason for choosing this solution. Now, at the time of researching about this, we have found that this is not the easiest solution for this job. It has a learning curve, but don't worry, we have arranged all the processes in the most efficient way for you. Watch this video to the end and you will have a clear idea about this. We will keep this video very straightforward. Now, before we head to the technical stuff, we need to have an idea of what we are about to do. Suppose we have three PCs connected over LAN to the internet. Now, these PCs has several folders consisting of lot of project files, and we also want those files on the other PCs for our work. So in this situation, we need to sync folders among PCs. And to do that, we need to install a sync solution that will make those files available on the other PCs. And that's where SYNCTHING comes in. So SYNCTHING needs to be installed on all the devices that we want to sync with. After that, we need to make SYNCTHING communicate with devices over the LAN. And in order to do that, we have to add devices to SYNCTHING. After that, we can sync our folders among devices. So let's dig into SYNCTHING and make it happen. Let's install SYNCTHING on the Pi NAS. We are using Raspberry Pi OS, which is Debian based operating system. Go to the SYNCTHING official website, click on download, and under Linux distribution packages you can find the link. Click on it, and here on this page you can find all the code we need to install SYNCTHING on Raspberry Pi OS. Now if you have seen our earlier videos, you would know that we are running headless Raspberry Pi OS. So before we run this command on terminal, we need to connect to the Raspberry Pi using SSH. Open terminal, type SSH space username for your Raspberry Pi @ IP for your Pi, enter the password, and we are connected to the Raspberry Pi. Now we will simply copy those codes and run it on one by one. Okay, so the installation is complete now. Now we need to check if SYNCTHING is running. Type SYNCTHING. Okay, so SYNCTHING is running, and from here you can find the path for the configuration file, and we need to make some changes in the configuration file. Now let's exit SYNCTHING, type Ctrl C. Okay, so there is another way you can find the path for the configuration file. Type SYNCTHING space paths, PATHS, and from here you can also find the path, and this will come in handy if you need to make some changes later in the configuration file. Type nano, copy the path for the configuration file and paste it. Now here you can also use editor of your own choice. We are using nano. On this page, look for the address tag, and we need to change this IP 127.0.0.1 to the IP for the Pi NAS so that we can access the SYNCTHING web interface from any computer over LAN. Now scroll down and bring the cursor to the IP address and change it to the IP for the Pi. Now save and exit. Type Ctrl X, press Y, press enter. Now we need to allow SYNCTHING to start at boot, and for that we will use system service. Type sudo space systemctl space enable space SYNCTHING @ username of your Pi, in our case is fusion dot service, and press enter. Okay, now it's time to check if SYNCTHING is running at the boot. To do that, we need to restart the Pi NAS. Type sudo space reboot, and the Pi NAS is disconnected and it will start in a moment. Okay, so our Pi NAS has started now. Let's connect to the Pi. type SSH space username at the rate IP for your Pi, enter the password, and we're connected to the Pi. Now let's check if SYNCTHING is running. Type systemctl space status space SYNCTHING at the rate username of your Pi dot service. Okay, so SYNCTHING is running now. Now type Ctrl C, again type Ctrl C, and it will exit the SYNCTHING. And now we can access the SYNCTHING web interface from any computer over the LAN. Okay, so now we need to install SYNCTHING on Windows machine. Go to the SYNCTHING website, and from the download page you can find different Windows setup options: SYNCTHING Windows Setup, SYNCTRACER v2, and you can also find options for Intel AMD version. Now after trying different options, we have come to the conclusion that the SYNCTRACER v2 is the easiest way we can set up SYNCTHING on Windows. So we will go with SYNCTRACER v2, click on it, and from this page you can download the exe file, click on it, and save it on your desired location. Okay, so download is complete now. Now double click on the setup file, click on more info, and click on run anyway. Install for all user, which is recommended. Select yes and complete the installation wizard. Okay, so installation is complete now. Click on finish. Now we need to create a share folder in our NAS drive. So let's open media vault. Type the IP for the open media vault. Log in with the username and password. Now click on storage. Go to shared folders, and from here click on this plus icon. Let's create a new folder. Name it XYZ. Select the file system and click on save. Wait for the confirmation. Click on tick. Select yes. Now we need to go to the service tab. Click on SMB. Click on share. Now from the plus icon we need to add this folder. Select the XYZ. Scroll down and click on save. Click on tick. Select yes. Okay, so we have created a new folder with the name XYZ. Open the file explorer. On the top you can find this three dot. Click on it. Now select map network drive. Type the address for the new folder. Click on finish. Enter the username and password for your Pi. Click on OK. Okay, so we have our drive now. Open the SYNCTHING web interface for the Pi NAS. Enter the IP for your Pi. Colon 8384, which is the port number for this SYNCTHING. Now on the left side you can find folder section, and on the right side you can find device section. Open SYNCTRACER from the start menu, and when you open SYNCTRACER for the first time you should see a pop-up asking for the port forwarding to the firewall, and in that case you need to select allow. From the view you can enable or disable the SYNCTHING console. It will give a cleaner look. So before that, on the Windows machine let's create some folder. Let's name it ABC. Okay, so the first thing is to add the remote devices. Click on add remote device In the device ID section, we need the ID for the other device. So open the SYNCTHING interface for the PINAS. In the identification line, click on this code and copy the full code from here. Now paste this code here in the device ID and click on save. Now open the SYNCTHING interface for the PINAS and you can see there is a pop-up asking to add the new device. Simply click on add device and click on save. Give it a moment and it will be connected. Okay, so the device is connected now. Now let's add some folders. On the Windows machine, click on add folder. Let's name it Windows. In the folder path, browse the folder location that we just created. Go to the sharing tab and select the PINAS and click on save. Now open the SYNCTHING interface for the PINAS and you will see a pop-up. Click on add. Now in the folder path, enter the location of the folder that we created in the PINAS. Now go to the sharing tab and select this PC. This is our Windows machine and click on save. Okay, so the folder is added. Now it's time to test if SYNCTHING is working. We will open both the folders side by side and transfer a file. So this is the ABC folder on Windows machine and this is the XYZ folder which is in the PINAS. So we have a sync tracer setup file which is around 200 MB. We will copy this file and paste it in the ABC folder and it should also appear in the XYZ folder in a moment. Okay, so the file has appeared and now we will delete this file and it should reflect in the ABC folder also. And the file has been deleted by SYNCTHING, so that means SYNCTHING is working properly. So that was it. We hope you liked our video. Thanks for watching and we will see you in the next video.